2011 when the libertarians first started using it. I know the mindset of the cryptocurrency space. There's a lot of people who are anti-Litecoin, and the people who are anti-Litecoin, I think they are holding a lot of Bitcoin, and they don't want to see the currency supply diluted. But I think the currency supply needs to be diluted because I think Bitcoin's far too deflationary for its own good. And Litecoin can help temper that. If you watch my video about Bitcoin's killer app, type in Bitcoin's killer app and look for my ugly mug and you'll probably find it. If not, you have to scroll through my videos, which isn't a bad thing to do. Yeah, I gotta wear my seatbelt. Now, why I choose Litecoin for my business. When you look at money over time, you take a dollar bill out of your pocket that was supposed to be a certificate for a silver dollar. Your quarters, your coins are usually gold in color or silver in color. They're usually not made of that because, you know, people don't want to trade in gold and silver. Governments don't want you to trade in gold and silver. People of power don't want you to trade in gold and silver. My father-in-law was his grandpa was a coal miner in Alabama, Townley, Alabama, and way back in the 20s and 30s, and he got paid in clacker. Now, what clacker was wooden nickels, and you could only spend it at the company store. They created a closed system, and they wouldn't issue real money to the workers because they wanted to keep the gold and silver for themselves. But money at that time was gold and silver, and so they didn't want to give up their gold and silver because they knew what money was. Intrinsic in the DNA of money is gold and silver. Cryptocurrency has gold and silver. Some people don't like it. Some people don't want to trade in it. Some people don't want you to trade in it. But I prefer the gold and silver. Now, you've got a lot of altcoins. You've got Ethereum. You've got just a bunch of them. Monero and Dash. They're trying to compete for your thoughts. Nextcoin is another one of those currencies. That was an old one. But Bitcoin is growing up, as well as Litecoin. Those are the gold and silver. Now, we're already seeing Ethereum becoming obsolete because of rootstock. www.rsk.co, which is a side chain that you can use on the Bitcoin blockchain, or you soon will be able to. These things are just coming into being. This is a new space, and rootstock can be added to Litecoin very easily. And they call Ethereum the world computer because it's Turing complete. Well, if you want Turing complete use of Bitcoin and Litecoin, you can use RSK, or maybe not yet. I don't know about the time frame, but in the future you will be able to use RSK. Now, if you like Dash and Monero because you like anonymity, there is a new thing coming out for Bitcoin and Litecoin, a side chain that will make them anonymous. You'd probably just put your send address and I don't know how it works, but if you want to be anonymous, you can go in there. So you Bitcoin and Litecoin to be anonymous, or will be. You will be able to someday, soon. So all of these altcoins are doing really good work, and we're learning a lot. You know, Ethereum has had some real troubles, and we've learned a lot about smart contracts. How much do you really want to trust your money with a computer? People lost $60 million in Ethereum. I don't personally want that. Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. I might want that a little bit. But by the time that I'm ready for it, I think that Litecoin will have RSK, and I can do a smart contract on RSK. I don't have a need for it immediately, and I don't think there's a big demand for smart contracts immediately. There's a lot of learning and losing that's going on, and it needs to go on for the time being, and that's what's happening. So I choose Litecoin because it's silver to Bitcoin's gold, and I don't have to worry about, is Dash going to be the anonymous coin, or is Monero going to be the anonymous coin that people use? Which one's going to win? Personally, I think they're both going to lose, and I think gold and silver is going to win out. The gold and silver of the cryptocurrency space. So therefore, I only invest in the gold and silver. I did buy into Ethereum, and I kicked myself for it. I don't kick myself for it. I only invest what I can afford to lose. So, but I feel like I lost with Ethereum because I don't think it's going to survive. It may survive in Wall Street and Goldman Sachs, the people who created it, the hedge fund managers. Those are the ones who are behind Ethereum. So it may survive, but it'll be a token thing used within, like the banks are trying to create their own cryptocurrencies, and they can do whatever they want. And they can go in a corner and play with themselves as far as I'm concerned. But if you're going to want to trade commerce with me, if you're going to want if you want something moved around the country, you're going to have to trade with me. Because that's what I do. And so I'm building a company, and I'm going to base it around Litecoin because I think it's undervalued right now. And in time, by the time my business grows, which will be 10 years, and I'm able to do the things that I want, well, it could be sooner if Litecoin does take off, or Bitcoin, because I own both, and I own Ethereum. And if Ethereum takes off, I'm going to dump out of that and get into Litecoin. I'm committed to Litecoin. And so I see it as it will be. It can't do everything that everything else can do now, but it will be in the future. That was a text message, by the way. And the mentality of Litecoiners is a buy and hold mentality. Bitcoiners too, most of them. Some people like trade. Some people get in there and get scared. You know, you got all that stuff. But like right now, I started buying Litecoin when it was at $40. It's at $3.80 now. That doesn't scare me because I understand what it is, and I understand it's a long-term investment. It's not, I'm not a trader. I don't, you know, it can go down to $1 and all I'm going to do is buy more. Because 84 billion Litecoins is a tiny, minuscule number. It's less than half the population of the United States, and you're talking about a global currency. And a global currency that is, you know, you don't have to explain what gold and silver are to anybody in the world. They know what it is. So all these other altcoins have to try and convince people that their stuff is the stuff. trucking industry. And I'm going to use Litecoin to do that. So I continue to buy my little bits here and there. And that's why I choose Litecoin for my business. I don't know if you should. It depends on your testicular fortitude, if you can stick it out. But I can tell you one thing for sure. I'm not the only one doing it, because my holdings aren't even a blip on the radar for Litecoin. But one thing that I've noticed about human behavior over my 40-some years of living is that when I have an idea, I'm usually not the only one with that idea. There's a bunch of other people out there with the same idea. And I just think it's a smart move. Save your money, work hard, hone your skills, and build your business. And I think if you use Litecoin, you will be a mover and shaker in your industry. Adios, muchachos. Like and share and subscribe, because you don't want to miss this stuff. This stuff's good. This stuff's good. Real good. Adios.